morning, guys, and welcome to the channel. If you guys are new to the channel, I am SendIt Steve, and so today we got a little bit of a weird one for you, but it's gonna be good, I can assure you that. So basically what happened, as you can tell here by my left, I was told to go pick a truck of choice and meet me somewhere in a parking lot or some sort of, I have no idea. So obviously, me being the Ford guy, the Ford roots, I was able to locate myself a Ford. Now, we will go into greater detail once we arrive at our location, but we all know that I'm a Ford guy for trucks, and that's what we ended up jumping in, and I couldn't be any more excited. So let's get over here to our destination, and well, I think we're in for a good one today, guys.
Well, as you can see, I am here first in the Chevy, as you would expect, and the other two are lagging behind. Oh, nice you guys make it. Good job.
Is this the location? Luxurious cruise.
This is the location. Yep.
I can understand.
So this is it.
From your point of view, why you would want to get there faster, considering that it's just not as nice as mine.
That is right, boys. We have an F150 King Ranch Power Stroke. Now, this is an F150 Power Stroke diesel. As you can tell by the noise that you are hearing, that is right. A Power Stroke diesel in the form of a 3-liter turbo engine. Now, I'm excited. I cannot wait to start this review. Let's get out here and do some driving.
Hey, if you turn off the walkie-talkie.
Brand new trucks. They're pretty cool.
Definitely. Each is cool in its own different aspect of the game.
All right, well, let me start then. I'll walk you through the Chevrolet.
Okay.
So this is 2019 Chevrolet Silverado High Country. As you can see, it is the new body style, so we got the new headlights. I know it's kind of controversial. I think it's okay looking.
I don't mind it. I actually like it. I won't.
Yeah, because honestly, in the world of new trucks, they're all kind of ugly.
Definitely.
So it's really.
I think I have the best looking front end.
You think?
But it's a lot narrower. It's more of a narrow design in that truck.
Wait, you really think you have the best? Okay. No.
I mean, his Honda Ridgeline does look pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, that's a Ram. Sorry, I forgot that was a Ram. So the High Country, you can see I got massive wheels. I think they're 22s.
22s.
They look fantastic. I got side steps.
They're okay. They look okay.
It's
I don't know if I call them fantastic, but they do look
wood.
okay.
I don't believe it's real wood.
What color is the outside?
Is anything on this Chevy real?
That is brown.
The engine's real.
Oh, the engine's real. Okay, gotcha. The one that cuts off at 98 miles an hour?
It doesn't do that. I don't know why you guys keep saying it. That hasn't been proven. Back seat, plenty of room. As you can see, it's great. I have an automatic rear window. I have an automatic tailgate, of course. Press the button. That comes down on its own. So it's got a lot of features.
So what you're telling me is you have an automatic back window, lots of room,
yep,
and a powered tailgate.
Well, there's other things that I haven't really got. I mean, I'm going to be here for 20 minutes explaining things.
Okay,
I'd go over some of the highlights.
So I guess now we'll go into.
I got a step in the bumper. You guys don't have that.
Wait, you don't?
You see, if I want to get into my truck, into the bed, I got to step all the way up here to get on the Ford.
You will.
Wait, hold on.
The Chevy has a step.
Yes, I have. I was gonna say, if you want to talk comfort, now you see how high you had to step to get into your vehicle,
and unnecessary.
And as you see, your knee was really bent. Now I can just step here and say I'm a little bit of an older gentleman. I need a little bit more of an assist.
I'll say that.
I can pull up you know, say I have a heart condition or something like that, I am able to get into my truck with ease.
This is so dumb. Like,
No,
first of all, this feels. I would fall off of this.
I don't think you will.
This is a lawsuit waiting to happen.
You could jump on that, and I'm pretty sure it would support your weight, much like you're doing
You're
now.
only pretty sure.
What about my weight? Is the question.
We're all here for the testing.
Look at that. Right up. Whoa. Yeah, see? You keep this PG. Look at all this stupid stuff you have just to keep
Yeah.
the tailgate back in.
No.
Hold that in.
This is comfort features, though. As you can tell, when I went up there, my back was in no kind of distortment. I was ready.
A lot easier. Now, do you have an automatic tailgate?
I do.
You do. That's
pretty cool.
How's that work?
I think it's on the remote.
So there's no button here. Oh, there is. There is.
Yeah.
All right, fair is fair. Does it close on its own?
I don't know. We're about to
Does
find
any
out.
new truck close on its own? I don't think they do. I think
No.
they all open on their own.
It did click on its own, but nope, it did not
What about your
appear
interior?
to go up.
Show us why you chose a King Ranch.
Now, why I chose the King Ranch was basically for one feature, which is actually two features.
Okay.
I have the bigger bed out of all of you guys, which I can haul more weight because now here goes into the second feature that I am actually a diesel. So
You are a diesel.
as you guys are not diesels, I am a diesel, which I'm getting
How much can you tow?
great fuel economy. That's something we're gonna look into.
You don't. He doesn't even. Poor guy. He doesn't know.
I don't know what the
I can tow 12,000 pounds in my Chevy.
Prove
Can
it.
you? Did you Google
Yeah,
that on
Prove
the
it.
way over?
12,000.
Did you
No,
Google that on the way here?
I knew that.
No. Prove it on the way here.
How much can you tow, Steve? Come on.
Give me 1 second. We are gonna find
Did
this
they even
out.
show it on
See, I
the-
didn't know. See, I'm like a F450, 350 guy. If you'd ask me those stats, I might know them.
Can you Google mine while you're at it?
Yeah, he doesn't even know his either. So,
He's got a diesel. He's got a 5.7
yeah.
gas.
So here we are. I'm gonna get in here and actually tell you what the tow rating is on this. Thank you, Google and Verizon, for being supportive during my search here. And it is 11,400 pounds. So I think you might have me there. It is 11,400, but you gotta also understand this is kind of like a base model.
Wait, it's 11,000?
Entry 11,400
You can only
pounds.
tow 11,000 pounds?
It is an F150
What a
though.
shame.
Yes,
That's a shame.
it is a 6-liter or a
That's a real shame.
3-liter as
Chevy
well.
can tow 12.
Wow,
Oh, so I win. I win
That was
that
a little-
competition as well.
little disheartening on that. But guys, have you seen the interior? One of the comfort features is POW. This gives you a lower step.
Please do, because I don't really know. I think it's 12,000.
I don't think yours is
I
12,000.
think it's 12,000.
If this is 11.4, there's no way yours is 12,000.
12,000 pounds, guaranteed.
I don't believe it.
100%.
I don't believe it. You'd have to prove it. Prove that stat. Why do we have to prove your stat for you?
God.
Oh, well, see, just like the Chevy, it's always breaking.
Now, looking at the two...
If you do a side-by-side
Ford and the
comparison, I have a bigger in-dash screen than you do.
I don't think so. No, wait, mine's bigger.
We'll do a little there to there, and then we come over here. No, mine is definitely, they're about the same. They're about the same. They're pretty much about the same. How can we do like a real like
Steering wheel's pretty much the same.
left to right? This will be a good
The steering
comparison
wheel
there.
feels nice.
This is actually a very nice seating wheel. Heated steering wheel as well. Is yours
I
heated?
Like this.
9,700 pounds. So
No,
now
it's
I
not-
am
no,
back
I don't
on
have-
top.
I don't have a 1500 LTZ.
Isn't it the same thing?
I don't think I even have the 6.2 liter V8.
Yeah, you have a 6.2 V8, but
Do
you
I
do
really?
not have the.
I don't think
So 9,700 pounds, and I'm at 11.4.
12,000 pounds.
Ford is there for the win.
Don't believe anything you hear. Do I have the 6.2 in this?
It is a 6.2. Look at the badges on the
Yeah,
hood.
it is. Okay.
So our screens are the actual same.
So I have a 6.2 liter. I've got the biggest engine here by far.
And the lightest tow
Biggest
capacity.
engine- No, not the lightest.
It said 9,700 pounds. I'm at 11,400.
You have a diesel.
Exactly.
How much can you tow? He's looking it up.
1,300.
1,300.
1,500 pounds, that's it.
13,000.
It must be that air ride. It must be that soft
No, hold on.
3-stage air ride system can't handle the weight.
910 pounds.
No, it
Are you
is not.
serious? No way. That can tow 13,000 pounds.
That's a 3,500. Get out of here.
How much is the 1,500? Look what? Probably 8.
All right, let's see.
Come on now.
Yeah, let's get serious here.
3,500.
We got some expensive trucks here, and you're over here goofing.
This is a serious.
Wait, yours
This is a serious event.
9,700 for me.
And you are?
11.4.
Let's look at the interior.
All right, so there we go.
We
Ford
got
and
that.
Chevy on that one.
Obviously, we know that the Ford is the dominant one here. We knew that because I do have the larger bed. Mike has the second largest, and then we have...
Well, I will say, this is almost worthless. It's so small.
This is definitely worthless.
Definitely
Yeah.
worthless.
Well, I mean, look at the interior of the car. Why would you? You're looking
What
for
car?
luxury. Truck. You're looking for luxury.
Steve can't even lay down in here. Look at this. He
I can't even lay down in the bed of your truck.
That's a shame.
And I'm a little feller. Look at this. So Dodge guys, apparently
Look, I
his
don't
selling
know, you
point.
can definitely do a diagonal.
And I'm a short guy. I'm literally only 5'8". And you can tell there the Limited definitely has the shortest bed. I'm gonna jump in here now and do the lay down comparison in the massive Ford here.
I don't think it's the interior portion. Look at that. Steve has plenty
Look,
of
I have
room.
plenty of leg room down there. I could have a tall girlfriend and be completely fine here.
Yeah, you'd be good. You could go camping.
We could go camping.
There you go.
Mike, come on, climb on in. Climb on in the most comfortable bed you've ever been in.
I don't think the Ram even
You think we can go 3 wide?
Well, apparently the Ram can't even tow one person.
Yeah.
Probably with the 3 of us back here.
The
This
Ram,
is nice.
what was the weight of the Ram actually?
Of
What are you allowed to tow there?
6,700 pounds.
Is that really what
That's
it
it.
is?
You can only tow 7,000 pounds.
Wow.
You couldn't even tow a Hellcat around.
You couldn't even tow your Hellcat to the drag race with his truck.
Car around, all right.
The R.
pull
Your
a Ford
Ford,
Mustang
he
with
could
it.
pull his Ford with it. God, I'm worse than you, I think.
Thumbnail, both you.
It's terrible.
In the back of the bed.
There you go.
That is a good thumbnail.
We know
Like,
the Chevy has room as well. There's no doubt about that.
absolutely, but I got to do the test.
test it?
This
Alright,
is
you
the
can
test
test it.
for all of it. I got to do it. I got to use your, see, here's the thing though. If I do here, how do I actually go do the transition?
This is the pull.
I'd have to put my hand in here with a
It's not meant
sharp
to transition.
edge.
You're supposed to.
Ouch,
edge?
ouch.
There's no sharp edge. This is the easiest. I know I like the forward step thing, but this is the easiest.
All right, go ahead and get
This is the best way to get in.
Go ahead and get my step up.
Look at that.
So now we do have a little bit less room. If you would put the tailgate up, please.
You have plenty of room in here.
I mean, it does have more than
Just haul them around.
I should get in and start hauling ass.
the Dodge. By far I have the biggest low capacity, tow capacity, and diesel engine.
Interior, yeah.
No, we didn't do it.
We did not do interior yet. We're still horsing around.
So, looking at the Ford and Chevy, I would say the interiors are about equal. The Ford's got some nicer colors.
Yeah, I like the color combo of mine and kind of the natural King Ranch emblems on the bolsters, as we all know.
My favorite
But
part.
I would
just so
say
you
I
know,
haven't fully
really-
been in the Chevy yet, so we do have time to do that review. I will tell you how I feel about that. We should have did.
got more legroom for sure.
I was gonna say, let's do a legroom comparison.
Did you notice it already comes with a brown streak
Yeah,
in your seat?
that's for all the Ford owners who can't hold it in.
Heated seats in the rear. We do have our power outlet, USB, and
got a power outlet in the
110.
back.
And also we have for a regular outlet.
I don't.
That's
I mean,
actually a
can
pretty
you-
nice
Can you let me
feature.
know what's going on? Like, is this a Wrangler? Like, what is the W? What is this?
He's obviously a Dodge guy.
What is this?
He has no idea what that
I have
is.
no idea.
He knows what it is.
I have no
Just-
idea. I don't think you know. What's going? What is?
You
this?
had so much time to catch up to us that you could have did your research. That is King
I did.
Ranch.
also
Nobody
has the
explained the
big
racetrack.
sunroof, which
What is?
I do have the Pano sunroof, which is an absolute fantastic feature. That is actually the King Ranch emblem.
That's the King Ranch.
You silly goose you. And to think he owns a Ford.
What?
Yeah, that's paddle shift.
Listen, I own a Ford. I love the Mustang, but the fact is, like, you guys still not wanted to come to my truck yet and see the interior.
Let's go over here and check out Mike's. Now, as you can tell, I do have real wood in here. Actually, I don't really know if that is 100% real wood, but it looks fantastic. It definitely looks a lot better than Mike's truck over here, the Chevy. But let's go back over here and check out the Chevy interior, because I wanted to know Mike's sunroof situation. Are you fitted with a sunroof?
I have a sunroof. I don't have the full roof.
You don't have a pano.
No, I don't have the full roof.
Okay, so Mike has just a regular sunroof, no pano or anything like
I
that.
think I got you on legroom, but I don't have the power outlet.
All right, I will climb back there.
Do you want to
and
see my
check.
interior? No. No.
I will climb back in here and check out the... Oh, you do have a USB.
Definitely check out the
I got
rear.
that.
He has
my
the USB
interior.
and then he has a whatever the heck that is. I don't even know. And then a regular
Yeah, I got a few of
charger.
those if you guys want to go check out my interior.
Also heated rear seats. Great feature.
I have that
But
as well.
one thing I did notice that he doesn't have is he can't see the sun from the back
Yeah, I
seat.
don't
You
have
might
a
actually have. Well, you slid your seats
I got-
forward.
I
I see
got-
what you
No,
did
I
there.
didn't slide
I got one of
forward.
those.
We're in the same
No?
seating position.
Okay.
No?
No.
I don't know. My seats are back pretty far.
Put mine back.
All joking aside, I do believe the High Country does have a little bit bigger cab space.
Yeah, I think the Chevy actually does have a little bit more.
Yeah, I think you do actually have a little bit more cab space. You can see my seats are pretty far back,
Yeah.
but in the front I have
Nice.
more.
This is nice though.
It is nice. I do like it.
I don't know. I kind of want to give the interior to the Ford, maybe a little bit.
Yeah, I think the Ford is going to have to take the interior out of the Ford and the Chevy. All right, Mike, do you want to do anything else?
No, I
Any
think
other
we're actually
comparisons?
done
I think
with the interiors here.
All right, guys, so the interiors are all said and done now.
Yeah, pretty much about equal, I'd say.
Yeah,
Very
and
verified.
much like the both, they have a front-facing camera here
Yep.
under the emblem, and in the Ford emblem down here, we have front-facing camera.
I'd say we're probably about done with this.
Yeah, I think we're done. Yeah. Well, oh, the other thing I do have the plug here for plugging it in when it's cold out. All right, I think we're wrapped up here. So, all right, guys, I hope you liked this video. If you did, give it a big thumbs up. Vince, anything you want to add? He's packing up.
Do you want to say anything before we end the video? Okay, he doesn't want to say anything. So that was pretty successful. Let us know in the comments which one you like better, and we'll see you next time.
Take care. Have a great night.
Guys,
All right, let
I
me
was
see.
just showing my interior. if
All
you
right,
wanted
let
to.
me see the interior of the Dodge.
All right.
All right.
Let me give you a tour. Can I give you a tour?
All right, guys, so I'm going to hand it over to Vince here on this one because
He knows more. about
he
it.
has more experience and everything. He does.
Okay. Let's start from the beginning. Boom. You guys have like.
Hold on, let me go to the other side. Give me 1 second. And much like the Ford, it does have the power step to come down.
2 USB ports, 2 USB-C ports, which if you guys don't know is the wave of the future right now. We have a normal power outlet. We have heated and cooled rear seats.
Heated and cooled.
Heated and cooled rear seats.
Heated and cooled.
We have the pull down here for more cup holders and the fold out thing, bob jigger, whatever you want to call that stuff right there. And then under seat storage.
Oh wow.
More under seat storage, right?
Our trucks might have that. We didn't really
Yeah, we-
Why? Because you guys don't really take this professionally. You know, I'm a professional reviewer here, just so you know.
In the back, you have some speakers there in the back roof.
Oh, you guys don't have speakers in the back roof? I have surround sound.
No, we don't have it.
Yeah, I have surround sound.
I don't know. I didn't look at my roof for speakers.
I have.
We don't
I
have
more
surround
under
sound.
storage.
We
You
don't
guys
have
have under
surround
storage too, right?
The
Oh, you have a storage compartment.
does
on the
have
floor.
a storage compartment in the floor. And I did see that you were able to measure your bass. I'll give you this feature, up to 15 inches. They have a little ruler on here so you can measure your fish.
Yeah.
And then
so you have your strap down hooks right here for your interior strap downs if you want, and your rear strap or whatever that thing is. As long as it's strap down, let's not pretend I know what that was.
All right.
okay. Well,
Okay.
okay. Great features. Great. I do actually like the coloring of the seats and everything.
You just want to climb in if you want to. Just climb on over. It's plenty of
Awesome.
space.
Here, I'm gonna sit right here. I want to get the full thing that you're talking about.
We have all this space, which more measurements of stuff. I don't know.
Yeah, look at that. They put a measurement.
Oh, wow.
This is all stuff you can play with while you're broken down on the side.
Yeah.
That's why they include so much.
If you can help me understand what this thing is, though.
I think this lifts out. Oh no, it just slides.
Steve, look at that. Look at that.
Just oh, and more outlets and more doohickeys and
Oh, this is a wire charger. You pop your little.
wireless
I
charger.
have that.
Yeah, but mine works. But anyway,
I don't
I have a
have
CD player.
one that
This
works.
is
He does have a
actually
CD player.
unreal.
I actually have a CD player as well.
Turn
But
the
here's
screen.
where it
Oh,
gets-
Wow.
I have
Nice.
leveling, you know, multiple levels that you can choose.
You have
from.
air ride.
Yeah, and you know, all the normal stuff, park rear. I have this, which I also don't know what that is.
It's your parking assist.
Parking assist.
Oh.
So like when you're coming forward,
Oh
you
yeah,
can
you can
actually
press that button. It'll parallel park for you.
yeah. My truck does have that as well.
I thought they didn't
My truck
have
does not have
the multiple camera, but apparently it does have the 360 camera,
that. Wow, it's got the 360 camera.
which doesn't work if the doors are open, so that would make sense.
Well, that's all right. Well,
It's still nice, but look, you can choose which one. Just the back if you want. You guys are feeling a little like, this is nice, right? I mean, this is nice.
I will honestly, okay, so for the sake of actually doing a real video, the Dodge interior blows the Ford and the Chevy out of the water.
Absolutely. I've got to give it the Dodge on the interior.
Material-wise, tech-wise,
when you go straight into the interiors of these trucks, and obviously, you know, I'm a car enthusiast, things like that. This interior is by far one of the best interiors I think I've seen in a pickup truck, hands down. I mean, the Ford has a fantastic interior, the Chevy has a fantastic interior, but I mean, the display, the feel of the leather, like everything in this truck is pretty killer. So I kind of want to go back over here now and oh, see, I do have USB ports down here. I do have a CD player, which I actually forgot about. I didn't really look into that as much. We still have the parking system features and everything like that.
out of all, you want to spend a lot of money on a truck. You want a luxury truck.
Yeah. Now, short of the Dodge not being able to do anything that the Ford or the Chevy can do, it will get you there probably the most comfortable while you're sitting there waiting for a tow truck.
Yeah, you can turn on the massaging seats.
Yeah, you could
just
turn on massaging seats. No, F450s do. I don't know about these.
Really? Wow,
Yeah.
you said massaging seats?
Yeah, F450 does have a massaging seat. I do believe you can get it in a 350 as well. Let's play around with some features here. Nope, I do not see any features. But like he was saying, you can go up here, you can see Mike out there on the screen, which is actually a pretty cool feature. You can zoom out on it. Obviously the rear, you can see anything in the rear. It's definitely, oh, and the roof. Huh. It's actually a pretty nice feature, I must say, by Dodge. And like he was saying, he does have different settings for high, lower, ride control, everything like that.
Where's my outside camera?
Definitely a nice truck, guys. And this is a limited crew cab, 2019 model. But I got to give it that for interior. It definitely does what it, you know, is designed to do. Sit along the road comfortably. Check these guys out. I want to give a huge shout out to Hondru. How is it? So I want to give a huge shout out to Hondru Chrysler Dodge Jeep in Elizabethtown for being able to provide us with this truck for the review. If you guys are interested in seating or speaking with anybody, Matt Souders, here's his information. Great guy, very knowledgeable. He, you know, showed us some of the features that were on this truck, and you know, I would definitely do business with him. Also, now if you want to talk about the Ford, Matt Beaver, I will have his information down in the description below. He helped us out on the Ford today. So Matthew Beaver at Whitmore Chevy, I want to give you a huge shout out to that. Thank you. Chevy has a 6.2. The Dodge over here has the 5.7 liter, both V8s, I must add. And then you come over here and you realize that I am just a measly 3.0 liter Power Stroke turbo diesel. However, I am able to tow the most. I have the biggest capability of putting things in the bed of the truck, and I do have a pretty comfortable interior. All right, guys, so we are going to do an exhaust test. Obviously, we all want to know whose truck sounds better for being factory and stock, and obviously...
That's all she got.
No, go ahead and rev it.
Give her a couple pops.
Only goes to $4,000.
Okay.
Right,
would you mind holding mine here?
I got you, bud.
Okay. Is mine running?
It's running. I think I'm gonna. I think I'm gonna sound the best here. Maybe I actually will win.
Yeah, this might be a competition that Mike will win.
Oh Oh God, it's bad.
Oh.
That is bad. What's sad is I think mine actually sounded the best.
Guys, I got to give it to the Dodge on that one,
Really?
too. Yeah.
Is it that poop?
Here,
Yeah,
let me,
here,
yeah,
I'll...
go ahead. Go ahead. All right, hey, let me hear it.
I got to hear mine then, too.
I mean, it sounds like a little fart, but it's got a good rumble underneath that.
Kind of smells like coolant.
It smells like something horrible, dude. The whole truck
See,
smells.
you gotta hear yours.
Really?
I'm not leaking nothing.
Ready?
You don't hear anything. You don't hear anything out of the Ford.
Like it's on the
Wow. And in here it just says engine running. Like that's what comes across the screen when you rev it from a dead stop. Engine running. We are going to definitely win this, guys. We have by far, hands down, the best truck out of them all. And of course, no video would be complete without doing the race that everybody is going to want to know. Which truck is the better truck from a dead stop? Now, I don't believe we have this in the bag, fellers, but for all intents and purposes, it is going to be fun. It's going to be worth it, I guess. And I can't wait. Yes! What? No, I didn't! As you can tell there, boys, the Ford, for being a diesel, is no slouch. It is ready to rock, ready to roll, and it will perform every single time you are out in these streets.
Yes, you did.
No, I didn't! Traction control makes a huge difference. I turned the traction control fucking on that time. Because the first time, like, it just did a burnout the whole friggin' road.
Alright,
Now, what are we doing first before we do anything?
whatever. Four-wheel drive? Alright, do it.
Mike's already in four-wheel drive. He's been in four-wheel drive this whole time. He's been in four-wheel drive this whole time.
No, I haven't been. No, I haven't been. I really haven't been.
All right, third time's a charm.
Oh, I'm lowering my car. I gotta get better arrow.
He's got a lever.
It's lowering. It's still lowering. Hold on. It's lowering. All right.
For 97, I was 11.4.
So 1,500 pounds more, basically.
That's a good.
That's a good difference.
1,500 pounds?
That's the whole.
Yeah, I don't know if I call that a lot.
That's a big
I'd
difference.
call 6,700 and 9,700 a big difference.
Huge difference.
Yeah, it's a big difference.
I'd call that towing a four-wheeler to a car trailer.
3,000 pounds is the load.
Yeah.
I don't believe it's that. I can't believe it's gotta be wrong.
I would think that that truck is capable of doing it. I think it's
Why
just
wouldn't it be
safety
able to haul
features.
this the same as
You
this?
know.
But if I had to choose between our two, the Chevy versus the Ram, but if I had to choose pure hauling and truck, it'd be the Ford, because you can just haul more, even if it's 1,000 apart. It's still 1,000 more.
Out of all the vehicles here, the Ford is the one that you would choose for bang for your buck, versatility.
Well, if you're looking at discounted prices, absolutely. But
Yeah.
MSRP, no.
See, that's
If
what
I
we
had to
don't know,
choose
but-
MSRP, it would be hard for me to pay 69 versus 65 or 67.
Gotcha.
But again, if we look at this kind of price, I mean, Dodge, they'll discount Dodges like crazy too.
Yeah.
They discount these.
Yeah.
I mean,
They definitely discount
if we
Fords
just
as
go by
well.
MSRP, I think the Ford does make a strong case for itself. I like the diesel option.
Diesel
I think it's got a
options.
good combination of luxury, good materials, and also
He's got
durability.
wood. He's got a tree in his.
I
his
would
truck.
worry
Right.
about the Dodge's reliability, though.
Come on, really?
I would, yeah. I would. Would you, Steve?
I would. They are known for some lifter noise and things like that.
We know FCA is not great when it comes to reliability.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
I'll give it to you.
Now, Mike, we got to say to you, which one out of them, if MSRP wasn't the option, where would you want to be?
It's actually genuinely really hard because the Dodge blows the competition away as far as interior goes. I think the Chevy's a good value, now knowing it's the cheapest by $5 grand, but I think the Ford is probably the best overall.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Maybe I guess the Ford.
I do kind of like this.
I call that a win.
I would say the Ford. I do prefer though. I much prefer the looks of the Chevy over the Ford.
What about the Ram?
No.
I'm not a fan of the Ram.
Yeah.
Ford versus Ram.
Ford versus Ram, I think looks the Ford is better looking.
Really?
This front end is so weird.
Yeah, it's weird.
It looks like a Ridgeline.
It actually has the same tow capacity as our line too.
Same tow
It's extremely nice.
Look, I think looks, even though a lot of people disagree, like you could black this out.
Yeah.
And that would look sweet.
I gotta agree also, I do believe that this does have the better of the looks, but I think hands down the Ford would be what I would purchase out of any of them. Not discounting any of them. They are all great trucks in different,
It's a really hard
you know.
choice. And I think that the good thing is, no matter which one you'd buy, you would be happy with it.
Absolutely. Yeah. At the end of the day, we didn't just pick base model trucks or either, you know. We did pick kind of the top of the top of the top.
Top of the range.
And, you know, I'm okay with it. I like my features because
I guess considering, to go back to that for a second, you know, if we're talking, these are the highest of the high trucks for each brand. I think the Ford and the Dodge have to have it. The Chevy, this doesn't look any more fancy than that Trail Boss I was in.
Yeah, definitely.
That's got leather, okay.
Now, see, then you come back to the actual, you're going to use it as a work truck and things like that, and now you go to tire pricing. Now, you got to keep in mind, too, these are 22s, so these tires are going to be a little expensive when it comes time to replace a 275 50/22.
22s as well.
Then you come over here, and he also, I believe, has 22s at 285 45/22. And then you come over here to the Ford, which is a practical truck that you can drive every day. And I believe these are only 20s, so I believe these will be the cheapest tire that you can purchase. If you guys want to contest that, drop a comment down below. Let me know what you think. I'm going with the Ford all-around win. Tow capacity. I love the diesel feature. I do love the interior. It has a pano roof, everything like that. And, you know, it is actually still stylish for what it is. So there you have it, guys. That is what I would call the best choice. It is a little bit more expensive, but you know, you get what you get. So with that being said, guys, if you like the content, smash that like button, please subscribe, and we will see you in another episode. Now, one of the first things you guys may have known was that I went over there and peeled the mirror back to where I thought it would be, not thinking that it's power fold mirror, and I didn't have to do that. So luckily these have that breakaway design, and you don't actually have to worry about damaging them. So if you come across something, you're a little tight, a little close, you can literally smack that mirror off of it and it will not break. Very good feature. If this would have been my F450, that mirror probably would have snapped. But overall, I mean, I'm very impressed with this setup so far. And it actually has a front camera. I don't know if you noticed there, but you could see somebody was walking in the front of the truck here. Obviously it has its normal features, you know, the backup sensors and everything like that, which is, you know, obviously a very, very cool sensor. Very, very cool display to put up there. And the screen is actually larger than I thought it was actually going to be. Now, obviously it's not as large as another truck we were going to review today, but definitely a great size for what you get.
That's okay. I mean, listen, Steve, his truck may be better than yours, but it actually looks like a turd. It's beautiful. It's gorgeous. It's like actual wood grain as opposed to the plastic ones that you guys have. I assure you there's no real wood inside of your Ram. Well, we're just having to have to get a magnet out and test that.
I can assure you that I actually have real, I think this is hickory maple on my truck.
That you even know what type of wood it is mind-boggling.
Here in Pennsylvania, it has been rainy for quite some time, and I can't help but notice that the sun is starting to peak beyond the clouds up there. So I want to go ahead and get some sunlight in here, and I can't help but notice that all you have to do is press a button here in this beautiful panoramic sunroof.
Is that like just the top speed of Fords and Chevys these days?
Beautiful panoramic sunroof. Obviously, as you can see.
Gay. Yeah, well, I mean, your truck's gayer.
Guys, I'm just trying to do my recordings here, and you guys keep chiming in.
No one's really gonna care. They'll probably enjoy this bantering more than the actual recording of the truck.
What'd you say? Your Dodge broke down. I can turn around.
Yeah, you probably should turn around. No one's really gonna watch that old and outdated piece of crap anyway.
So as you can tell here, we do have a panoramic sunroof, and it is fully able to be opened. One click of a button, and your gigantic moonroof does go back, and then you can let in a pretty calm breeze. It's about 30 degrees here in Pennsylvania right now. Oh, it's actually 42 as displayed here by the display. Actually a nice day for a little bit of a open topped drive. Now, if that feature is too much for you, a little bit too much wind, you are able to tilt the top one up and just get a nice little breeze in here. Say you're getting a little warm and you just want to kind of get a little bit of a fresh air, you are able to tilt the sunroof, much like all other vehicles and everything like that. But I think that is an awesome.
Now, I know this is a pretty steep hill here, Vin, so if you need us to hook up to you to get you up, just let us know. So kind of you to offer. Do you have a diesel now? Is that correct? No, I have a gas. Okay, just double check. So you can pull what, 4,000 pounds? I think it's at least 5. And your truck weighs about 5, right? Probably about 5,000 pounds, yeah.
If you guys need me to get out ahead and do all the pulling, I can do all the pulling since I'm in a diesel. Just saying.
I mean, I am a 5'7", puny little 5'7", gas pumping truck here that can pull probably twice as much as you.
All I heard was gibberish. What was that?
That was gibberish. You are correct. All I hear is the psychotic ramblings of a Dodge owner. Oh, can't wait until you get in this truck.
I've got to say, my overall driving experience of this has been very pleasurable. Now, it is very quiet on the inside. As you know, I'm used to an F450, which
all right,
is...
first fuel stop. This is for Steve. I'm going to fill up as well, though, and then we'll have enough fuel for the road ahead of us that we have yet to travel. But just be aware that this stop is because of Steve, not me. Oh, does that mean you have no fuel as well? No, I have plenty of fuel. I mean, I don't have to get gas at all. I'm just going to sit over here. Steve, make sure you go to the diesel pump, bud.
Now, much like all the other features and things like that on the trucks, it does have your power step to come out, which fits very well, I must say. Also, one of the other features that, you know, basically every newer vehicle has is the engine start stop button, which I absolutely love. And then you pop up here, built Ford tough, as we know, and then it goes into this gorgeous display of fuel mileage. As you can tell, we are about 16.4 miles per gallon. The truck does only have 34 miles on it, and you have your trip meter. Obviously, it's been running for about an hour now. We are 18.6 miles into our trip. And at the top there, you can see we have 136 miles till empty. So again, I'm very happy, very pleased so far with the performance and everything of this truck. Overall, I am very, very pleased with this truck. I mean, if I was out in the market to purchase a brand new truck and I had to choose between the three, we know I need feature comforts of having a family. I do a lot of hauling, as you do tell by my channel, so I need the payload capacity, and the fact that this is a diesel is also another huge plus for me. So all in all, this is definitely, in my eyes, the best bang for your buck, and that's not coming from a Ford guy. We will talk to Mike and Vince once we get there and see what they have to say about it.
Take like an alternative route.
I did, actually. I took the cleaner route. You're welcome, Matthew Beaver. I came up this way where it was nice and clean. I did not go through the mud down here because, well, we all know I'm a PG channel, so I wanted to keep it PG.
It's PG?
It's clean.
It's PG.
I keep it clean.
If you want to see the R-rated stuff, come to my channel.
Yes.
But I was talking on the way over here, and I said that, you know, the Ram, if you want just the highway cruiser,
yeah,
and you want the most luxurious one, if you want a vehicle that's not really going to be a truck that often, but more of a car, and you might haul some stuff on the weekends, I think the Ram is your best bet.
I don't know. It depends on what you're hauling, though. Like, that's where I was going to go to when I explained my video. It depends on what you haul, you know. Like, your odds and end things around the house, I think that truck would be suitable for that. However, you pick up a little bit, like, you know, four-wheeler and 6-foot boards and things like that, we can actually do. And then, you know, with my truck, you can practically do anything you can do with a long bed.
Like you said, I think the interior, as nice as it is, I would worry about getting these white seats. I mean, even where we're walking right now, I'd be worried. I'd be like, oh, there's my white seat. I don't want to get any mud on it.
Yeah.
It's just the interior in general. Like, when you get a truck, I think of getting a truck as like, you want to be able to put mud in the car, not care.
Look at all this little, like, all the dirt's going to get all over here.
Definitely.
Dirt's going to be all over every little fancy crevice you got.
And it does have some fancy crevices.
It's a fancy truck. Look at the freaking metal. Look at the flake in that.
That is insane. And I must say,
I think the Ford is a great value.
Absolutely.
How much is
the Ford I would love to do. I would use this as like an actual truck. Like, this would be a good F150 base truck, 1500, because you don't get worried about getting dings and scratches.
Yeah.
You know, it's more compact than you guys. Like, I don't know if you've noticed, but like when you look at them in the front, it does appear to be smaller, but it's still, when you're inside, there's plenty of room in there. Like, it's very spacious.
Which is one thing I got to give the front end of the Chevy. Now, a lot of people will agree, but I like the front end of the Chevy the best.
Yeah.
I think
but
the
then
Ford's a timeless look, but it looks kind of
like the Ford, you'd be okay. Like, you're not worried about getting this dirty because it's already darker. You know, you can actually do things with it. It's not gonna, you know.
I like the light duty diesel option. I think that's cool.
Absolutely.
Guys, have we discussed how much these trucks actually cost?
No,
I have not.
The other thing. I mean, value for money.
Value for value, I have got to give it to the Ford. I mean, hands down.
So
the towing capacity's there. This was $64,000.
69.
No, 64.
Your stickers right over
Window
there.
sticker.
64.
69.
The stickers on the
one quick
passenger
thing,
seat.
I also like the Chevy has the on-the-column transmission. That's okay, but
So
it
that's a
doesn't feel
discounted
truck-like
price.
to me. And I hate the Dodge rotary dial.
Yeah.
I hate that.
Yeah, I don't like the Dodge rotary.
Yeah, I don't like that at all. And I'm not a huge fan of that either.
Yeah,
so let's see how much it costs.
A feature that I do like is the fact that it still has the shifter right there, so that, you know, I tend to rest my wrist on this. Does have the start stop, trailer brakes, and the trailer backup, which I am going to see if we can actually borrow this for one more day and do some trailer stuff with that, because I think it'd be a great way to displace this. But now they are doing the comparison and all that, and I've got to say, with all the discounts and everything, you can pick this truck up from Whitmoyer Chevy for $64,375.
They're all top of the line.
Cheaper.
67 cents.
67.
Wow. Yeah, but we're not doing sales. You can't.
We're doing MSRP.
All right.
MSRP.
All right. Now
So the Dodge is
67.
cheaper.
I'll roll over here to my. So MSRP on the Dodge is $67,695 for a 2019 Ram 1500 limited crew cab 4-wheel drive. And now, like you said, this is the 5.7. Now over here we will do my sticker price, which is, I believe, $69,900 for the 2018. But this is the diesel, guys. Keep in mind your towing capacity is a little higher. It does have a little bit more bedroom, and we are talking about a King Ranch, which is the top of the top of the top of the line.
The Ford is the most expensive one here.
Is it really?
All that, yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's King Ranch for you.
And these, like I said, these are all top of the line.
Plus, you also got to think, I got the diesel option.
It's
So if,
Laramie, or what do you say? It's
Laramie.
The Laramie Ram, the King Ranch.
and then you come over here to the Chevy, and it is 65,430.
For me,
2019
it's really tough.
Chevy
It's really tough, man.
High Country Crew Cab 4-wheel drive.
I mean, you get a truck, you want to be able to pull something. So you got the Ford.
And there you go. During all of our tests, the Chevy got 13.7 miles per gallon, which is actually not terrible. I definitely thought it was going to be a little bit worse than that. I thought it was going to be around the 11.8,
Not kidding.
you know, 12.0,
10.
but that's not too terrible.
What was yours, Vin?
13.7.
We got to see it. I need to see it for the vlog.
Wow. What was yours, Steve?
17.
That's good.
17.2, but
That's
17 when I got in here.
Yeah.
That's pretty
The
impressive.
important thing to note is that no vehicle ever gets what's advertised, because nobody drives that way for real.
Exactly.
I want to drive the Dodge back.
Are you? I'm just going to keep the 4. So he got 13.4 during all these tests and things like that. Now, he wasn't easy on it or anything like that, but he wasn't extreme.
Gas mileage than the Dodge.
That's actually pretty impressive. I definitely thought it was going to be a little worse. Through our stop and start tests and things like that, the truck did do amazing. But then when you come over here to the Ford, which has been running the entire time we've been sitting here as they just started, and you are at 16.2 average fuel economy for the Eco Diesel. So I call that another win in the Ford book, and I love this truck. It has that auto start stop feature, and it is a little frustrating because it's something that I'm not used to. And now I do believe it is something that I would be able to get used to in due time, but to be pulling up to a red light and the vehicle just simply shut off, it's a little bit of a weird feeling and kind of a discomfort, I would say. But to know that all you have to do is then lift your foot off of the accelerator pedal, or off of the brake pedal and onto the accelerator, and you have power again almost instantaneously. It is a kind of cool feature in its own way. Obviously, as you can tell by it being a King Ranch, you have your choice of heated or air conditioning seats. Now it is about 36 degrees out right now, and I choose to be on level 2 heating for my Tushy. Now I do like that because in the rear it also has heated and air conditioning seats, which is freaking amazing to say the least. Feature that I do actually really enjoy, and my F450 has, which I love, is a power sliding rear window. As you can tell there, it slides open, slides closed, and it's all within the controls of your fingers. That is a great feature, something that came out in early 2000s, and it, you know, has really taken the market to an entirely new level. Now, if storage is something that you are looking for, you do have a place in the door card here. There is plenty of storage over here. Also down low, there is storage compartment here. Up top here, you have your own storage compartment with your USB port that you can charge your phone. As you can tell, going over here, you have your 12-volt outlet and your 110 capabilities. Now, I do love that feature because you can take your computer on the road and charge your computer while doing reviews and things like that. Now, you want to talk about actual comfort, you go under here and storage, bang, you have absolutely one of the deepest compartments. You have a tray that you can slide to the side or take out if you'd please, and it makes for great storage. Now, basically, this storage compartment here, as you can tell, is, I would say, about 18 or 20 inches deep, and I'd say probably a foot wide. You can tell it's bigger than my hand here, so you have plenty of room in here to store practically anything and everything. Now, obviously, I do a lot of traveling and I do spend a lot of time on the road, which does mean that I do eat out somewhat often and somewhat frequent. So a cup holder, as you can tell, in the front compartment of the area, there is 2 here, and then you come to the rear and you have it right here behind this beautifully laid center console. All right, and as you can tell, the average fuel miles per gallon is 19.1 miles per gallon in our 100-mile trip. Now, I like that because obviously we know I do love fuel economy, and as we do also know, this did get the best fuel economy through all of the tests. So 19.1 miles per gallon in the Eco Diesel, you know, I think that's another win there for Ford. Alrighty, and as we pull back into Whitmoyer Ford and Chevy, I have to give Matthew Beaver a huge shout out for this. It was definitely something that I appreciate him letting me do, and an honor. And I actually want to do the stop start feature in this truck. As you can see here, we are pulling up to a stop, and let's see. As you can tell there, the vehicle shuts off. I don't have to, you know, do anything. And that was that feature that I was talking about. A little nerve-wracking and things like that at first. When it first did it, I had no idea. I didn't know the truck had that feature. But as you can tell here, I'm not sure how well you'll be able to see this, but as I lift up my foot off the brake pedal, the vehicle does restart. So it's kind of something you'll have to get used to, but with 100 miles now on this beautiful truck, it is now able to be purchased by one of you guys. So give my man Matthew Beaver a shout out, stop in, check him out, and this is a beautiful truck to say the least, guys. My average mile per gallon right now is 17.2. How about you guys?
What's that? You kept breaking up.
Average miles per gallon, 17.2. How about you guys?
I can't hear you. Sorry.
They don't want to talk about that. Hey, Mike, maybe you could answer with yours.
Would you guys shut the hell up back there? I'm trying to review.
Wah, wah, wah. Hey, Mike, what's the average mile per gallon on that truck? Not so funny now, how? Huh?
I'm sure he shut his radio off. He probably figured that out too.
I don't know. I don't think he's that smart. He chose a Chevy, so he couldn't be too wise.
He had no choice. He had to choose the Chevy because he's a Chevy branded guy. Whereas he really wanted the Ram.
I'm a firm believer that once he's seen that I had a King Ranch diesel, he was definitely more into the Ford.